And we are live. Welcome back with Murphy Mac to another episode of the Fitness Beginner Podcast. What's up, everybody? Hope you're all having a great day. Feel like I got started off on the right note. I ain't gonna lie. I'm a day late again on the podcast. I've completely slipped my mind on Monday. I'm telling y'all, when I got brain fog, when I got fatigue, I'm being for real. Sorry. But yeah, the bodybuilding prep is hitting full swing right now. I'm a little bit less than 5 weeks out, and I'm feeling every single bit of it. Um, so yeah, if I'm not the most vibrant, the most energetic, I have good reasons why. But yeah, I'm trying not to make excuses. I'm trying to enjoy the process and get through it. But it's been tough. I ain't gonna lie, it's been hard. Been extremely low energy, fatigued, don't want to do nothing, and then not in the best mood. Like, honestly, my mood is not like in a bad mood where I'm like mad or angry. I'm just like there. Like, I don't want to do nothing. I'm sitting there chilling. Don't want to do, like, I don't know. It's hard to explain. If you've done a bodybuilding prep, then you know what I'm talking about. But if not, it's hard to explain. Like, you're not really angry or anything. You're just ready for it to be over with. Like, I'm ready to eat some. Everywhere I go, there's food. So it's so hard. Like, I've been the most disciplined I've ever been in my life. It's definitely during this prep. Like, I have had to be so disciplined because everything I do involves food. Every holiday, every event, there's food everywhere. Just like today, for example, my work catered lunch today for everybody at work, and they bought cookies and everything. I didn't get to eat not one. It was miserable. But yeah, enough of that. We're gonna hop into the podcast today. And today's podcast topic is the top 10 exercises to grow a bigger chest. So I know a lot of y'all out there rocking the bird chest, can't get your chest to grow. So that's what we're gonna talk about today. We're gonna give y'all the top 10, in my opinion, on the exercises that you need to do to help you grow your chest. These are the ones that I use personally, and they do work. I am gonna start the podcast off with a little tip that I like to use for my chest is work your upper chest more than you realize, like more than you think you would. You would think you would want to work everything evenly, but honestly, I would work your upper chest more than the rest of your chest because it just having the upper chest being larger makes your chest look bigger. So honestly, I'd probably work it twice as much as I work the rest. But yeah, today we're going to dive deep into the top 10 chest exercises to build a bigger and a well rounded chest. So we're not going to hit just one part of the chest, we're going to hit the whole chest. Make sure we get all of the muscles, the upper chest, middle chest, and that lower chest. So whether you're a beginner or you're a seasoned lifter, these exercises will target all the muscles in your chest and help you achieve that well defined look. So let's get started. Let's hop right into it. First and foremost, and you already know, we had to start it off with the probably the holy grail of all fitness exercises, which is the barbell bench press. I think everybody knew this one was going to be on the list, and it's for good reason. It literally is a great workout. It's a classic exercise, it's a staple in everybody's chest routine, and that's for a reason. It targets the pectoralis major. It even works your deltoids a little bit, the anterior deltoids, and your triceps. But by doing this allows you to lift heavy. Using the barbell, you can lift heavy, which helps build like overall mass, overall strength on your chest. So it's hands down probably the best one you can do. Um, it is kind of restrictive if you use a barbell. So your shoulders are kind of fixed in a certain path. So if you have tight shoulders, if you have a bad shoulder, this one may not be good for you specifically. But there's other options we'll get into that you can do that's better. But yeah, I mean, what else can I say about the bench press? Like, it's probably like the holy grail of all exercises. It allows for maximum weight load. You can put the most weight on a barbell over any other exercise. It engages multiple muscle groups, so it's a It's a compound lift, so it's not just working your chest. It's working a little bit of your shoulders, a little bit of your triceps. Works pretty much a little bit of everything. And you can also modify it, so you can do it different ways. You can do different techniques. You can put a band on it. You can use different grips, so you can do narrow grip, wide grip, normal grip. There's different ways you can do it. So yeah, number one, the staple had to be on the list: barbell bench press. Number two, very, very similar to the barbell bench press, but this one is going to be the dumbbell bench press. So literally the only thing different is instead of using a barbell with weight plates, you're going to use dumbbells and you're going to lay down on a bench. It's pretty much exactly the same. But if you have those tight shoulders that I mentioned earlier, this one's normally a little better for you. This one's a little more safer, in my opinion, because it's safer in a way, but also not as safe in a way. But it allows your shoulders to move more freely because you're not fixed to a barbell. So if you have shoulder problems, it's normally a better option for you to do. Or if you're like a pitcher in baseball, this one's going to be a better option for you because it's not as tough on your shoulders. There is a drawback with dumbbells. You may outlift the dumbbells. So if your gym does not have very heavy weight dumbbells, you may lift more. So that may be a problem. But most gyms nowadays have dumbbells that go up at least to 100. And honestly, if you're doing 100 on dumbbells, I mean, you're pretty strong. But yeah, the dumbbell bench press offers a greater range of motion compared to the barbell bench press. That's why it's a little different. And I still wanted to put on the list. It can lead to better muscle activation if you kind of connect with the better. So I would try both and see which one you like. I actually do both. I would mix it up and do both. It can also help in improving any muscular imbalances. So if one side of your chest is bigger than the other, this can kind of help with that because you're doing it unilateral. You're not doing it together. You can do one arm at a time. You can literally do left side, then right side, or whatever it is you're trying to work. I would suggest do your weak side first before. So I always do my left because I'm right-handed. So I do my left side first. Why this is effective? It's greater range of motion, balances muscle development, and engages the stabilizing muscles. So since the dumbbells are not on a fixed range of motion, you're having to stabilize those dumbbells. So it's going to recruit different muscles than if you were doing a chest press machine or a bench press, barbell bench press. So yeah, that's the dumbbells. Number 3, we're going to go back to the barbell, but it said this time we're going to do an inclined barbell bench press. So this goes back to what I was talking about earlier when I said work the upper chest more, and you're going to do it with the inclined barbell bench press. So not much more to say about this. Literally is the same as I think as the bench press, except you're doing it at an incline. So most gyms will have an incline setup already where you don't have to change anything. But if you do have to set it up, all you do is literally lift your bench up at a certain, probably like 30 degrees or so, and do an incline bench press. It's literally what it says. But yeah, the incline barbell bench press targets the upper portion of the pectoralis majoris. That's your chest muscle, the upper portion. This is crucial for a well-rounded chest. So yeah, like I said, elevate the bench to 30 to 45 degrees. It's gonna shift the focus from kind of your overall chest or your middle chest to the upper chest, and also a little bit more of the shoulders as well. So this is a good one. I would honestly do this one just as much, if not more, than you do a flat bench press. So it's effective because it targets the upper chest, it adds variety to your chest workouts, and it engages the shoulders a little more. So definitely include some kind of incline press. If it's not the barbell bench press that's incline, then that's going to lead us to number 4, which is the incline dumbbell press. So I know this is kind of getting repetitive. We are going to change it up here in a minute, but again, same thing as a dumbbell bench press, just doing it on an incline. These are all good ways to change it up. You're still hitting the chest, but you're not doing it exactly the same. So similar to the incline barbell bench press, the incline dumbbell press focuses on the upper chest. It uses dumbbells, which allows for a greater range of motion, and it activates those stabilizing muscles. So again, same exact thing as the regular dumbbell bench press. You're just doing it on an incline. So number 5, we're going to go from the upper chest down to the lower chest. And number 5 is chest dips. So you're going to need a pair of like parallel bars. Most gyms have some kind of dip machine or dip bars that you can do this on. And most people will start just with their body weight. So most time you can do it with your body weight, but you can work your way up to doing it with weights as well. Use a little weight belt, hang belts from your waist. So chest dips are excellent for targeting that lower chest. This is going to get that little roundness at the bottom of your chest that you really want to hit. So this is good for the lower chest. You can also hit the triceps with the dip, and you're going to hit your shoulders a little bit again. So you want to lean slightly forward during the exercise. This increases the emphasis on the chest. So I like to think if you lean your chest forward a little bit, it's going to work more of your lower chest. Or if you lean straight up, try to be straight up and down, it's going to work more of your triceps. But I mean, either way, you're going to hit both of them. So this is going to be good for both. But mainly, we're hitting the chest right here. It's going to hit that lower. It's going to target the lower chest. It's going to improve your upper body strength, and it's going to engage multiple muscle groups again. So that's why this is a good, effective chest exercise. And you can overload it with extra weight if you need to. You can hang weight from your waist with like a weight belt. So you can overload it. You don't just max out with your body weight. But a good place to start is with your body weight. So you had chest dips. This is a staple in my chest routine right now. Actually, I do these every chest day. Number 6, we're going to go to the functional trainer, and we're going to do a cable crossover. So if you don't know what a functional trainer is, like the cable machine that you see in the gym that has the cables you can lift up and down. And most time there's 2 of them, one on each side. This is a functional trainer or a cable machine, whatever you want to call it. The cable crossover is it's great for isolating the chest muscles and achieving a deep stretch. So you can really let the weight back, and you can get a better stretch on the chest when you're doing it this way. So you can adjust the height of the pulleys, and you can target different areas of the chest when you do this. So you can put them right in the middle to work the middle of the chest. You can raise the pulleys up and you'll work the lower chest, or you can raise the pulleys down and you'll work more of the upper chest. So the functional trainer is a good way to do the chest because you can work it in multiple different ways. This exercise is effective because you can isolate the chest muscles. You can adjust for targeting different chest areas, and you can provide constant tension. So when you use the cables, you always have tension on your chest because of the way the weight pulls the cable. So when you're doing the positive part of the chest fly, then you're resisting the cables, but also when you lower it back down, you're also resisting the cables. So you never take that emphasis off of the chest muscles. You never take the like that stimulus off. So you're working it the whole entire time. So that's the one good thing about the cables. It's a little bit different with free weights. Sometimes when you do free weights, you will lose tension on the muscle that you're trying to work. So sometimes cables can be a little more effective. I love doing the functional trainer. You can do a lot of stuff with it. I'm actually looking to get one of these in my garage gym. That's the one thing I'm missing that I really, really want out of my garage gym is a functional trainer. So if you know anybody that's selling a functional trainer, y'all hit me up because your boy is trying to get one. Number 7, kind of similar to the cables, and this is the pec deck machine. So you've probably seen this in the gym before. If you don't know what it's called a pec deck. It's literally, I don't know how to explain it. It's got 2 arms. You can do chest flies with it, or you can turn around backwards on it and you can do reverse flies, which is working your shoulders, the backside of your shoulders. But the pec deck is just what they call it. I don't really know where that name came. I guess because it works your pecs. I don't know. The pec deck machine allows you to focus solely on the chest muscles without engaging the triceps or the shoulders. It provides a controlled motion and a great way to finish your chest workout off. I like this one because it really isolates the chest. It's kind of hard to explain it if you don't know what machine I'm talking about. But yeah, you sit down on the machine and you get the 2 handles and you squeeze them together doing a chest fly. And if you've never done one, this is a great way to work the chest. It isolates that chest like by itself, and it's good because you can control it. Again, you're working the muscle on the positive part of the rep and the negative because of the way the weight is affecting the machine. It's ideal for finishing off your chest day, you can really pump some blood into the chest and pump out some extra reps towards the end of your workout. So yeah, I really like the pec deck. That's a good one. And you can really squeeze. A little tip when you do the pec deck is when you squeeze it together, when you do the fly, when you get the handles all the way to the middle, think really, really squeeze your chest and hold it there for a second, and then lower the weight back, like resist it back, do it slow. So when you think squeeze it in, hold it for like 2 seconds, 3 seconds, and then lower back, and this will really work the chest. Number 8, this wouldn't be a proper list without this exercise. And again, so I talked about the bench press being like the holy grail of all exercises. Well, I may be wrong because this may be the holy grail. This is at least the holy grail of body weight exercises or calisthenics. And this is the push up. So number 8 is push ups. You don't need any equipment. You can literally do it anywhere. You can add equipment to it if you want to, but literally, this is the most versatile body weight exercise you can do. Push ups are good for all skill levels. You can make it easier. If you can't do a normal push up, you can do it on your knees. You can do incline push ups. You can do decline push ups. It's going to be good to work the chest. It's going to work a little bit of your shoulders. It's going to work a little bit of your triceps. You can change up your hand positions. There's so many different ways you can do a push up. That way, you can target different areas of the chest. So, this is effective because there's no equipment needed. It can be modified for different levels, and it also engages your core muscles a little bit. So if you want to make the push up easier, do it on more of an incline. If you want to make it harder, do it on more of a decline. So if you're a very, very beginner, you can even start on a wall, like literally lean against a wall and literally do a push up against the wall. And the harder you want to make it, back your feet off the wall more and more. The more you back your feet up off the wall, the more angle you create, the harder it will get until you eventually get flat. You can also do it off your knees if you need to. And then if you want to make it harder, you can put your feet up on top of something. So you're at a decline. This will make it harder. And then there's also ways you can add weight, like put weights on your back or something to that effect to make it harder. But yeah, the push-ups, this is a staple in pretty much everybody's chest routine. I like to do these as a warm-up for my chest day. So I do push-ups before I do any other chest exercise on pretty much every one of my chest days, just because it's good. It's a good body weight exercise to do to really warm up the chest muscles before you start adding a lot of weight. So this is always a go-to for a warm-up. Number 9, we're going to switch it up a little bit, and we're going to do a decline barbell bench press. You can also do decline dumbbell bench press. Either way, whatever you prefer. I would do both. So decline, if your gym doesn't have a decline machine, this is going to be kind of difficult for you to do, because if you lower your bench on the decline, you kind of want to like slide off the back of it. So a lot of gyms will have a decline machine, which has like a little thing you can put your legs in, which is great. If you have that, use it. The decline machine bench press is going to work the lower part of your chest. So it's kind of the same as a dip. It's going to work that lower part. But if you don't have the decline machine, this is going to be kind of hard because you're probably going to slide off. Once you get a lot of weight on you on the decline bench press, you tend to slide backwards. So if you don't have a decline machine, I probably would stay away from these unless you have some way to lock in your feet. If you can lock your feet in somehow, then this is pretty good. But yeah, the decline bench press targets the lower portion of the chest. By lowering the bench angle, the focus shifts to the lower pecs, helping to develop a fuller, more rounded chest. A lot of times you'll see that you can do heavier weights. Like if you do a decline, you can lift heavier weights with the decline press. But yeah, this is good because it targets that lower chest, adds a little variety, and allows you to hit every part of your chest. So you're doing decline, you do the flat bench, work in the middle of the chest, and then do incline, work in the upper part of your chest. And then last but not least, number 10 is a Smith machine press. So basically you're doing the bench press, but you're doing it on the Smith machine. So if you don't know the Smith machine, it's the machine where the barbell is hooked up to the little guide rails. It's a guided motion. It's basically like a built-in spotter. So this can be helpful for beginners or for those recovering from an injury. It allows you to focus on the chest muscles without worrying about balance. So it takes off the balancing portion of the lift. You don't have to work those balancing muscles. You're literally just working the chest. So it isolates the chest a little bit more. And the good thing about the Smith machine is you can do all those exercises we talked about earlier. You can do a flat Smith machine bench press, you can do an incline Smith machine bench press, or you can do a decline Smith machine bench press. You can do it all. You just have to put a bench under the bar and you adjust it yourself. So this is good because it isolates the chest. You can really put more emphasis on the chest doing it this way because you don't have to worry about balancing it. The bar can't go forward or backwards. It can only go up and down because it has the little guide rails. So it's effective because it guides that motion. It helps with safety. So this is good for recovery. You'll see a lot of people with injuries or stuff when they're coming back, trying to get back into lifting. They'll do it this way. Or a lot of beginners will use this just to get them used to the movement. So yeah, there's multiple reasons why you would do a Smith machine bench press. And honestly, I see a lot of people that do incline Smith machine bench press. I don't really know why, but I think it's because they can really, really put more weight on the bar. Yeah, it kind of spots you a little bit, but you can do more weight and put more emphasis on the chest because if you have to, you can just rack it. You don't have to worry about dropping the weight on you. Or two, it takes off the balancing portion so you can lift a little bit more weight. When you're doing the Smith machine, you can really put all that focus on the chest. So I don't do these as much. I will do them every now and then. And now that I think about it, I'm going to incorporate some more of these Smith machine bench presses into my lifts because I think that it is very effective. So yeah, that's my top 10 list. Some bonus ones that I would include that I actually like a lot is any kind of chest press machine. So plate loaded or selectorized machines. These are going to be good. They make regular chest press machines. They make incline chest press machines. They also make decline chest press machines. But I didn't include these because some of the machines I don't like. Like not all machines are created equal. Some of them are different. Hammer Strength has really good machines. That's actually what we have at the gym that I work out at that I really like. But some of them I don't like. Some of the cable machines are a little funky. They don't always it don't always feel very good for some people because it's so restrictive. The machines, they only allow you to move in one path along the path that the machine moves on. So they're not always ideal. Like some people can't fit in the machines correctly. Sometimes they don't hit their chest correctly. Like sometimes you can't adjust the machine to fit your body the best. But if you're using free weights, then obviously it's going to adjust to your body because you're using a free weight. So, but I do like these and I do think they're very beneficial. And I actually do use them a lot. I like the hammer strength ones, but not all gyms have hammer strength. So yeah, any kind of like chest press, incline, decline, or regular chest press machine are also a good alternative to work your chest. But it just depends on, I don't know, it's kind of a personal. These are very personal because it's going to depend on your body and if you can feel the muscle. Like if you can activate the chest right in those machines, then yes, they're good. I would use them. But sometimes they're a little weird. Like I've been to some gyms before where I didn't really care for their like cable chest press machine. It didn't feel as good to me. And a lot of times the bar, you can't move it. It's restrictive. So like however wide it's set at, that's the width you have to do it at. Like you can't do it incline. I mean, you can't do it closer, you can't do it wider. You're stuck at that one width. And that's all and for some people, depending on how you're built, that may be good or bad for you. So that's why I didn't really put the machines on here, but those are good alternatives. I'll try them out too. So yeah, in conclusion, make sure you're incorporating all these exercises into your chest day routine. Obviously, don't do it all of these on one. You're going to switch it up. But if you do all of them, it'll ensure that you target all areas of your chest. It's going to lead to a bigger, more well-rounded physique, better chest. Make sure you're eating an adequate amount of protein to make sure you're building muscle. You don't want to hit a plateau and stay the same. Remember, always use proper form. Adjust your weights according to your strength level. Like obviously, it's a given. And progressively increase the intensity of your workouts over time. This is how you're gonna get stronger. You're gonna build your muscles. Eating your protein. It's how you're gonna get bigger, stronger, better. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Thank y'all for tuning in to the Fitness Beginner Podcast. If you hadn't yet, subscribe to the podcast. We're on pretty much every podcasting platform, Spotify, Apple Podcasts. Leave a review. I'd appreciate it. Check us out on YouTube, the Fitness Beginner Podcast. Tell your friend about the podcast if they're getting into fitness and they want to learn a little bit more, or if they need to get into fitness, tell them about it. Let them know this is where they can get on here and learn some beginner level fitness topics is what I like to keep it to. If you have any topics you want me to cover, if you have any questions, shoot me a DM and I'd love to have a conversation with you or even cover it on the podcast. I always need good podcast topics. So yeah, y'all hit me up. Hit me up with your questions or your ideas, whatever you got going on. Y'all let me know. But until then, y'all stay strong. Keep pushing. Keep striving. You can do it. Get better every single day. Y'all got this. Other than that, peace, love, protein. We out.